It's the voice of the Patriot where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Again, here we are not neutral, because we have taken sides, the side of the truth. That is why we are affectionately called the headquarters of the truth. And this is our daily editorial, the voice of the Patriot. Now, the very first story we are looking at today is taken from Ghana Web, and it says Akomea descends on Professor Frimpong-Boateng. Now, former managing director of the State Transport Company, STC, Nana Akomea, has criticized former Minister of Environment, Science and Technology, in fact, Science, Technology and Innovation, Professor Frimpong-Boateng, for describing the New Patriotic Party as a fake party. Now, according to Nana Akomea, Professor Frimpong-Boateng does not qualify to label any party as fake. He argued that the former minister himself appears disconnected from the party, having openly admitted that he does not know the party's general secretary. Nana Akomea asserted that the general secretary has been duly elected and has led the party for nearly 4 years. He questioned Professor Frimpong-Boateng's affiliation with the NPP, noting that claiming not to know such a key party official raises serious concerns about his involvement in party affairs. Professor Frimpong-Boateng does not speak well, and I pray that when he reflects on what he said, he will realize he spoke wrongly and come back to apologize. Who wouldn't want Professor Frimpong-Boateng in his party? Yet he claims he does not even know the general secretary of the party, who has been elected for about 4 years now, about 3 years now. If he doesn't know him, then who is fake now? He is not in a position to make pronouncements about the party because he does not know what is going on within it. We'll leave it here. So, for Nana Akomea, the yardstick for being truthful to your party is knowing your general secretary. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. He doesn't know the general the general secretary of the party. Therefore, he's fake. You don't know the headmaster of your school. Therefore, you are not a student of the school. What a joke. There are some headmasters who never come to assembly. They send their assistants to come. So if the general secretary of the party is non-existent, or he is even part of the fake team, why should I know him? You see, we are playing the ostrich in the NPP. The party has disintegrated. The party has become less useful than the toilet paper. The only thing we could attempt to use this party for is to wipe our backside after using the loo. This party is a dirty, useless party. We have seen 8 years of terrorism. We have seen 8 years of plutocracy. We have seen 8 years of chiefdoms, kleptodoms. We have seen 8 years of kleptocracy. They promised us democracy, financial freedom. They promised us that, yes, the nation was sitting on gold, and that this nation was not a poor nation. It was because of incompetent leaders like Mahama. That was why the nation was struggling and suffering. We all remember that. We remember when they told us they will protect the public purse. And they failed in every aspect. If this is not a fake party, how do you call it? Why did Ghanaians relegate this party to a minuscule party in parliament? Today, if you are looking for the NPP in parliament, you have to use a microscope. You can find it. It has become a gem that cannot be seen by the naked eye. It has to be put under the most powerful microscopes before you can find this party. If it is not a fake party, what party is it? It is the only party that went to the election campaigning against its own policies. The only party that went campaigning against its own president. Even their flag bearer dissociated himself totally, hook, line, and sinker, from his own president by claiming that he was only a mate and that he was being dragged along. He was not really part of the whole action. He was just a servant, a go-for man who was tossed around on the waves of the plutocracy. If this is not a fake party, what is it? I don't know the general secretary. Who the hell is this general secretary? What is his name? I don't know the name of my transport minister. I do not know the name of the minister of employment. I don't know him. Does it mean that I do not appreciate what his office is doing? It is only in Africa that we concentrate on personalities rather than institutions. And my very good friend Akomea is truly disappointing with this remark. In one stretch, oh, who doesn't want to have Professor Frimpong-Boateng in his party? Then in the other one, he says, oh, if he doesn't know his general secretary, then who is fake? That means he is fake, right? My brother, you go explain tire if you no get evidence. That is what is here now. Frimpong-Boateng is singing the chorus that many other NPP people are singing. The party has fallen on bad days. You have mismanaged the economy like never. Kufuor came in. He wasn't bad. We saw what he did after Rawlings came and did whatever he did, and we're tired with the military and pseudo-military rule. So we decided that Kufuor should come on, and Kufuor did. We all saw some kind of democracy in his regime. Nana Addo came. We never saw an infinitesimal bit of democracy. What we saw was plutocracy, kleptocracy, thiefocracy. My brother, my sister, today, if like minds, discerning minds like Professor Frimpong-Boateng will come out and describe the party as fake, this is the least he could have said. Maybe he should have gone ahead to say it is a thiefocracy. The NPP is now Alibaba and the 40 thieves. They are a gang of thieves because of what he saw. Remember when he brought that report talking about Gabi Osario Tridakun and the rest, who were so embroiled and engrossed in the dirty galamsey, and even to the point of defending Chinese galamseyers, knowing very well that they were very, very much neck deep in the whole dirty galamsey business. What are you talking about? Oh! Professor Frimpong-Boateng presented a whole document fingering Chairman Wontumi, but because he was the golden boy of Nana Addo, he came out, debunked, and disgraced the report, flinging it into the back burner. Okay? And saying that Wontumi was not involved in any galamsey. He didn't end there. He went ahead to say, fingering Gabi Osario Tridakun and the rest was nothing but a certain kind of rebuttal, better called Oh gosh. Vindictive. My brother, my sister, the professor has been so economical with his description of this fake party. Since the party went into oblivion, I don't want to even say opposition, oblivion, it fizzled into thin air like a neon gas, and it's gone. In fact, this party, since it went away, Ghanaians have been applauding. Ghanaians don't want to see this party near them again. Are we not excited? Are we not excited? Today, when the man says that it is a fake party and that he only belongs to the abstract one, which is the real one, it means the NPP is only limited to a paper, a white paper right now. What has become of it is a white elephant, a thieving white elephant. Since this party went out into thin air, look how many dirty people have been prosecuted. They've been running to court left, right, and center. They've lost weight so much because they know what they did. How they robbed Exim Bank. How they destroyed our flora and fauna. These dirty crooks. The professor should have said that the NPP now is a party of dirty, irresponsible crooks. That's what he should have said. He's been so economical and so. What is the other word? My brother, my sister. In fact, magnanimous by just telling you that the party is a fake party. And my good friend Akomea is all of a sudden having a heart attack over this. If I were the professor, the good old professor, I would say this is a dirty, irresponsible gang of thieves. What the NPP has become. Now the next thing I want to look at is still taken from Ghana Web, and it says, Pres.Mahama has made NDC more attractive. And this is a gentleman called Owusu. Now in the days of the NPP in power, this was one of the most vociferous in the NPP. Do you all remember? Okay. Now, the Deputy Director of Communications of the New Patriotic Party, the NPP, Owusu, has commended President John Dramani Mahama for his leadership style. In an interview on Atinka TV and shared on X on January 15, 2026, Owusu stated that the president has made his second tenure in office an attractive one. Now, according to him, President Mahama has performed exceptionally well by appointing party loyalists who supported his campaign. He has done very well, and so I'll give him 100%, not 60, not 70, not 80, not 90, not 92, not 96, not 98, 100%, especially for appointing people who worked tirelessly to campaign for him during his election. This shows that he was grateful for their efforts. I leave it here. My brother, my sister, this guy here is a crook. He's called Owusu. He is not praising Mahama. He's not. Who can read between the lines? Listen to what he's saying. He's saying that Mahama appointed his loyalists. In other words, Mahama is building a royal dome. He is building a certain government called royalocracy. Royalocracy. Royalocracy, where only loyals are part of the cracy. My brother, my sister, is equivalent to saying it is a government of family and friends. That's a nice way. Again, Ernest Owusu Bempeh is throwing a big shade at his own party. He's indirectly saying, when my party was in power, they didn't consider loyalists. They considered something else that we can't mention. Mahama has made it clear, it's not about him. Whether you are loyal to him or not, as long as you are capable of delivering, there is a thin line between loyalty and ability and capability. Hallelujah. If you are only going after your loyalists, you are a headless jack with no common sense. After all, not all your loyalists are concretely capable. Listen to what this guy is saying. He's telling his party that next time they come into power, some 4 trillion years to come, they should think about employing, recruiting loyalists, family and friends. Probably this guy expected that he would have been given a certain ministerial position because he's a loyalist of the party, but he didn't get it. It's an opportunity to throw shades at his own party. But Mahama, fortunately, is not that kind of person. I know people that Mahama has handpicked and put in very serious positions, and they were not necessarily loyalists to him. They disagreed with him even when he was campaigning. They supported other people at different times, yet he has included all of them. When I met Mahama, he told me, Blakk Rasta, I know you love me, but can I tell you something? Please, when I go wrong, the Blakk Rasta that I know, don't spare the rod. And we laughed together, shook hands, and I departed. My brother, my sister, Nana Addo was so vindictive. Nana Addo was a man-child. You know what that means? Infantile. He will take offense that somebody said this behind his back. He will not look at your competence anymore. It has become a clique of faithfuls and loyalists, a royalodom. My brother, my sister, Ernest Owusu Bempeh here knows that Mahama is being applauded in all corners for his hard work. But these were the people who called him incompetent. There were those who called him a drunkard. There were those who called him a womanizer and an adulterer. There were those who called him a rapist and a defiler. Where's Wuntumi? Were we not all here when Wuntumi made those not sure statements? Did his party condemn him? No. They were drunk with power, no common sense. You would sit down and talk about a former president like that. I don't even want to repeat what he said. Today, the incompetent Mahama, the drunk Mahama, the rapist Mahama, all those dirty names they slapped on him. Akomea wants to be like the same rapist and the same incompetent drunk. Recently, I heard one of his boys say, yeah, Akomea is like just like Mahama. Wow. They say if you can't beat them, join them. And above all, make this statement a pivot in your life. What is that statement I'm talking about? Kill them with success and bury them smiling, as said by Usain Bolt of Jamaica. He said, kill your enemies with success and bury them smiling. I know bad men in Jamaica, and bad men means gunmen. They have a saying that is very popular amongst people. They say, may I go cut off your head smiling and laughing like me have $1 million right in my pocket. My brother, my sister, think deep about this. I believe that the best way to silence your enemies is success. How many people believe in that? Work hard. Those who are the naysayers, those who call you incompetent, today, in just 1 year of Mahama's government, the opposition has been silenced. They can't talk. There's nothing to say except to praise. And if you don't want to praise, you must shut up. Mahama has employed his loyalists. That is why he is succeeding. Such a joke. And this is a deputy communicator for his party. As for this party, I'm sure Satan founded it. From Abronye all the way through to that guy called Yando. No common sense. Abronye, Yando, and that MP. What's his name? Anyway, sometimes I forget things. Let me just let it go.
Waleta matamsanga